Gregg heals Japanese massage and Ayurvedic bodywork from the United States. This is from the Siddha Vajra tradition and the Japanese tradition. Siddha Vajra tradition asks everybody, if you have blood inside your body, get your electrolytes checked. Make sure they're balanced. Make sure the doctor reads them, looks at the parameters, and get that corrected, because the brain listens to the blood and figures out what it needs to do to the body. That's the Siddha Vajra tradition in South India, from Dr. Raghu and Dr. Raj in Kerala, Trivandrum, close to Nair Dam. So it's a beautiful place, and I have them on my website, and there's a link to them, and you can talk to them. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the emotions. This is from Shogun Mochizuki. His family works on the Emperor of Japan. I think he's giving the Princess of Japan a facial as we speak. And this is in June of 2009. So, what does he say about the emotions? They're in the body, and we can get them through Japanese massage to get them to leave. So the technique is, and it's done very, very lightly, take your arm, press down on the shoulder, always starting on the right side. Walk over, press down on the left side. This area is where the emotions stay. Next part of the technique, very, very lightly, just rub on the sternum. I usually go up one side and down the other. You're going to find a point. You're going to find a couple points in there. And it's done very, very lightly. Very, very lightly. Sometimes I just do it with my little finger. Very lightly. And that person's going to feel that, and it's going to feel like a ton of bricks maybe. You just breathe through it. And they'll have some wild dreams at night, and all that stuff will be released. Okay. The emotions in Asian body work are up in the quads and up under the clavicle in this area. So we know the thumb goes to the pec minor. Pec minor goes to the brain. Is it 80% of the brain wants to know what the thumb is doing? So now, the yoga exercises that I do for that. You can bring the knee out. Toes are back and come up. And then you can bring your hips. They can go back to the wall. This is one variation. You'll see this. Well, what you can do is push down on the heel, front leg, squeeze the legs together, and let yourself come down. You can also take a chair. Slide along. Squeeze the legs together, slide along. Those back toes, push them into the wall lightly. Come up. You can let go of all this. Let this inhale as you go down. Squeeze the buttocks. Squeeze this, and allows you to go further down. And then come back and give yourself a little stretch. Okay. The next exercise, lift the chest up, lift the leg up, lift the leg up. Very slowly go across. Make sure the knee always stays up. Don't let it turn. And take it all the way out and all the way back. And it's done very, very slowly. Very slowly. We want this to get tired. It lets go. Then that comes back into the hamstrings, and they're like cables, and they grip on somebody. They'll let go. But they're going to listen to what the front of the body's doing. And remember, this is your public side. And when you lift keep your chest up as you lift this leg up, this fascial line comes up right, the origin of the SCM right here, sternocleidomastoid, comes right here. There's a big pressure point there. and that's to be done lightly. Professional athlete, I think did 3 or 4 of them. Professional tennis player, she could just do 1. That was it. And she told me at the end of the session that her teacher, who's a very famous tennis player, said she had bad hips.